The game didn't get worse. It just got obvious. Remember when the internet was fun? Cat videos, free speech, and people just vibing. Yeah, that era died. Now, everything feels like a tripure. Favorite platforms, politics, even the news. There's a word for this. Enshittification, and if that sounds ugly, trust me, it is. Here's the kicker. Machiavelli predicted this 500 years ago. He wrote the original guide on how power grabs happen when kings ruled cities instead of algorithms. And guess what? The same rules apply today. So, buckle up. Because by the end of this, you'll see how America's power game became a Machiavellian dumpster fire and how you can survive it. First, let's decode this masterpiece of a word. It was coined to describe what happens when a digital platform starts amazing, gets worse, and ends up as pure garbage. Step 1. Platforms lure users in with free stuff and great features. Everyone's happy. Step 2. Once they own your attention, they shift to making money. You start seeing ads, weird fees, and premium nonsense. Step 3. They screw everyone users and businesses just to squeeze out that last dollar. Eventually, the platform dies, and we all move on like an ex. We swear we'll never text again. Sound familiar? Facebook, Twitter, Tiki-Taki, they all follow this death spiral. But here's the twist. This isn't just a tech problem. It's a power problem. And that means it's everywhere: politics, media, even your favorite coffee chain. Machiavelli didn't know about algorithms, but he knew this pattern. He said rulers start generous, giving people what they want. Then they tighten the grip, raise taxes, hoard wealth, and surprise end up. Hate it. Same game, different century. So yeah, enshittification isn't a glitch. It's the default setting when greed and power mix. And America? We're deep in IT platforms, parties, and billionaires fighting over scraps, while we clap like trained seals. And here's the big question. If this is the game, who's playing it best? Spoiler, the winners, read Mac. Let's time travel for a sec. Florence, 1500s, backstabbing politics, shifting alliances, leaders obsessed with control. Sound familiar? That was Machiavelli's world. He wasn't writing fairy tale, he was explaining how power actually works, no matter what the moralists say. His rules were simple. Control the narrative, people, believe what they see, not what's true. Keep them dependent, power dies when people stop needing you. Better feared than loved, because love is cute until it's gone. Now, look at America. Tech companies. They started as Florence-style Princess Charming, promising connection and community. Then they flipped. Free forever. Now you pay with money in your soul. Subscriptions, microtransactions, your data sold to the highest bidder. That's not innovation. That's Machiavelli with a Wi-Fi signal. And politics, even worse. Every party, every leader, every influencer plays the same game. Promise the moon, deliver scraps, and keep you too distracted to revolt. Sounds cynical, sure. But Machiavelli said the quiet part out loud. People don't want freedom, they want security. That's why you trade your privacy for free shipping. Here's the punchline. We think we're modern. We think we're smarter than people in 1500. But the truth, we've just replaced swords with smartphones. Same human instincts, same hunger for control. Machiavelli didn't just predict the future, he's living rent-free in Silicon Valley right now. Here's where it gets spicy. This isn't just tech, it's political power, American style. The exact same playbook runs both shows. Step 1, when hearts platforms gave you free. Politicians gave you hope. Remember those speeches about unity and progress? Adorable. Step 2, lock you in. Platforms made your whole life digital so you can't leave. Politicians, gerrymandering, loyalty tests, party purity. Step 3, jack up prices, limit options, sell your outrage back to you in newsfeed ads. Let's talk about President Trump, because Machiavelli would have loved this case study. Trump mastered loyalty as currency. Cabinet picks weren't about competence, they were about allegiance. He owned a narrative. 2, constant headlines, bold claims, zero apologies. Machiavelli said perception beats truth every time, and Trump turned that into an art form. And don't think it's just him. Every modern leader borrows from the same Renaissance script. Control attention, create dependence, weaponize fear. When Machiavelli wrote better feared than loved, he wasn't telling princes to be evil, he was telling them to be realistic. Fear lasts longer than love. And in politics today, fear wins elections. Even culture isn't safe. Influencer drama, celebrity feuds, it's the same thing. Distraction, loyalty, battles, narrative control. Florence had dukes and courtiers. We have billionaires and influencers. It's just power, dressed in Prada. Here's the kicker. We clap for it. We click, we share, we fuel the cycle. Because outrage feels good, and algorithms know it. So, why do we keep letting this happen? Why do we know the game is rigged and still play? 2 words. Human nature. Machiavelli nailed it. People prefer safety, over freedom. We trade control for convenience every single day. We like stability even if it's fake. That's why we stay on platforms that exploit us. That's why we vote for leaders who make us feel safe, even when the house is on fire. And tech. Oh, they know. Every design choice notifications, likes, trending topics is engineered to keep you addicted. Outrage sells? Comfort traps? The algorithm is just Machiavelli with better data. You think you're making choices? Cute. You're pressing buttons on a maze someone built for you. And the more predictable you are, the easier it gets for them. You become a resource like oil, but with more TikTok dances. The sad truth? Enshittification works because we let it. Because at the end of the day, we want easy answers, simple villains, and someone else to steer the ship. And Machiavelli knew it. People will happily give up control for the illusion of order. So what do? Burn it all down. Tempting, but let's start smaller. Here are 3 Machiavellian tips to survive in this mess. Control your information diet. Stop letting algorithms feed your brain junk. Curate what you consume. If you're not paying attention, someone else is controlling your thoughts. Stay unpredictable. Stop. Predictable people are easy to manipulate. Keep some mystery. Make them work to figure you out. Build leverage, whether it's skills, money, or your network power comes from options. If you're trapped in one system, you're a pawn. Machiavelli didn't write for kings, he wrote for survivors. Bottom line, don't rage against the game. Learn it. Play smarter. Or someone else will, and trust me, they already are. America's not collapsing. It's just evolving into something Machiavelli would recognize instantly. The rules didn't change, they just got So, if you don't want to be crushed by the system, hit that subscribe button, because next time, we're diving into the tactics that make people obey without even realizing it.